Hey world! Today we're going to be talking about how to draw some cool banners to make your headers look super cool. If you ever want to make any words stand out, then headers are definitely the way to go. So the first banner that we have is really simple, and it is just 2 steps. And the first step is to draw 2 parallel lines, and then the second step is to draw the top of a triangle and make it face inward or outward depending on your preference. This is how it looks inward. Outward, it would look pretty much the same way. So next up we have this little banner thing that has a little kind of shadow to it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is draw a little rectangle, and then after that you're going to want to draw a rectangle that kind of a second rectangle that kind of connects it, so that as if you were drawing a 3D shape. And then after that you want to draw some lines that connect the two together in between to get that extra 3D effect. So now we have this kind of like flag banner, which every individual letter gets their own little flag. This is really great for small words. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is write your word out in a curved manner. And the second thing you'll want to do is draw your ribbon and the 2 circles so that you have a base. And then the third step is to draw the little flags around each letter and then you're done. So now we have this little banner thing. So the first step is going to be to write out what you want to be written, and then you're going to draw mini banners on the outside. And once again, this can be done with inward triangles or outward triangles. It's just up to you. And then you're going to draw 2 parallel lines from the corners. So one corner connecting it to somewhere in the middle of the other rectangle, and then draw another line parallel to that to connect the 2 banners. And then after that you're going to want to add a little bit of shading on that connector piece of ribbon. Now next we have this banner that is kind of just coming forward. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to draw your rectangle. You could also write your text first if you want to see the sizing. Honestly, with any of these you can change up the order of steps or add text wherever you need to, whenever you want to. It's honestly up to you. But once you have that rectangle, you're going to want to draw 2 half rectangles, and then on one side it's going to be flat, and then on the other side it's going to have an inward or outward triangle, once again depending on what you like. And then the third step is to take the corner of the half rectangles and connect them to the corner of the first rectangle so that you get a little kind of outward effect. And then the fourth step, so for the first step I actually put the half rectangles on the bottom instead of on the top, which you can do as well. That's also personal preference, and you can add shading at the first step. So next up we have this little scroll. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write a little swirly line that has a little curve on it. And then after that you can write your text as I did, or you don't have to depending on what you like, but I wrote the text. And then you are going to draw lines from the curves to mark where the page is, and then you're going to draw the other side of the scroll, and then you will be done. Here's a tip though: draw the bottom. When you're drawing the last side, draw the bottom and then draw the top. It's just easier for me that way. But with all of these, you're going to want to try things a little differently if they don't work for you, because everyone has their own way of drawing things. But this is just how I draw them. So now we have a little book. So the first thing you're going to want to do is draw a line, and then a slanted line, and then another line about the same length as the first line. And then after that you're going to want to just kind of draw lines coming down to make it flat. And you're also going to want to draw a beginning of a rectangle on the top in between the lines on the top, so that you can kind of have a basis for your pages. And then you're also going to want to connect the lines coming down on the bottom to kind of create that book effect. And then once you have that little rectangle at top for the pages, you can draw in some lines to create the multiple pages in a book. And to finish off the back cover, you can draw a line that connects the end of that line of the back cover to the top of the pages. And also you can add your text at this time and any shading that you want to do to the side cover. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit that like button as well as subscribe and hit the bell to get notified every time I make new videos on every Monday. Leave a comment down below on your tips for drawing banners as well as any other tutorials you'd like to see on my channel. And remember to have a happy Monday. Bye!